My fellow investors, we have been on quite the slide in the stock market as of late, but thankfully, we always have that very reliable stream of dividends coming in from those high quality companies that we own. In today's video, I'll share exactly how much I made in dividends last month, including proof of every company that paid me. I'll share exactly how much I made in options income. We will also go over companies that gave me a pay increase since the last time we talked. And I'll even explain why these recent red days that we've been having, why they don't really mean much in the long run. You don't want to miss this content, so make sure you touch that like button, say no to censorship, and help out a small-time YouTuber, and let's get started. You're looking at a graph here of the median value of a home in the US over time. I actually became a homeowner for the first time this past month, and they say that real estate has historically been one of the best ways to grow wealth. I think it's quite interesting that the value of a person's home literally changes every single day, but you never see people constantly checking Redfin or Zillow for the price fluctuations. They typically trust that their purchase will appreciate in the long run, and they go on and they enjoy their life. Yet that same concept, for some reason or the other, that doesn't seem to apply for another asset class, which is the stock market. We often check our position values every single day that the market is open, and we make emotional panic sell after a few bad trading days. Well, the truth is, this graph that you've been looking at, it isn't the median house values going up, but it is actually a graph of the S&P 500 over time. You can see it gradually goes up and down over time, but it generally goes in an upward direction. The stock market will react to everyday news, and if you sadly ever have to hear and read the news, it is generally negative. But if we invest into great high quality companies, typically these companies appreciate in value over time. Also, if you were curious what the actual graph of home values looks like, it's also quite impressive. It's a very sweet one. It goes in an upwards direction as well. The moral of the story, I suppose, is just get exposure to these great asset classes. Whether that be stocks or real estate, that wealth, it will slowly start to accumulate before we know it. Speaking of growing streams of money, let's take a look at the popular dividend companies that increased their dividends in the past month. While there sure was a lot of companies that gave pay raises, the only one that I actually owned was not Reality Income, but Realty Incomes, ticker symbol O, which gave us actually a pretty huge dividend increase of 5.1%. That might not sound like a lot, but this is typically a company that only raises their dividend a fraction of a penny. O had recently completed its spinoff from the office REIT Orion, and since this is a monthly paying dividend stock, you can see how getting even a fraction of a penny raise, that can make a big difference in the long run if you own many shares. Now, this next company is not a stock that I actually own, but I wanted to point it out because I think it's just so fascinating, is that this little public utility company in Pennsylvania named York Water has now paid consecutive dividends for 604 straight quarters. They have never missed a dividend payment since 1816. Thomas Jefferson and Napoleon were both alive back then, and they possibly could have gotten paid dividends from this company. How many of your investments do you think will be around in the next 200 years? This past month, I made $184 in options income, which almost makes up for October, when I literally made $0. Yes, that is not a typo. I had to buy back a contract, which actually turned out to be a great choice because I made over $100 doing a swing trade with ChargePoint shares. Now for the year, I'm up to just under $2,300 in options income, but with the recent slump in the market we've had, that will probably limit my December premiums. All right, now let's get into the reason why you actually clicked on this video, and that is to see every single dividend that I was paid this past month. To start off with here, we have AT&T, which just when we thought this stock couldn't go any lower, it just continues to slump. That dividend yield gets even higher, almost at 10%. But remember, because they do have a planned spinoff, that dividend actually will get slashed, so you won't be getting a starting yield of around 10% anymore. Most investors speculate that it's going to be a lot lower. So they paid me $7.80 this past month. Next up, we have General Mills paying me $2.04, which I basically spend every single month buying Reese's Puff cereal. After General Mills, we have JP Morgan Chase paying me $14. Glad to see JP Morgan Chase was finally able to raise its dividend again. What do you guys think will happen with Chase stock once the Fed actually goes through and raises interest rates? So after Chase, we have Lowe's paying me $1.60. It's amazing how much of a tear Lowe's stock has been on. It just proves that a lot of these boring companies, they tend to do very well in the long run because they often provide a good or service that people need every single day, such as Lowe's. So $1.60 for them. And then we have another JP Morgan Chase product here in JEPI. This is a monthly paying dividend income ETF. They paid me $5.86. I think I'm gonna make an updated video about JEPI. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see one. So $5.86 from them. And then we have MasterCard at $4.40. So Visa and MasterCard, they've just been getting slammed with the new C19 variant. Many investors think that this could possibly cause more lockdowns and that means people won't be out spending money or swiping their cards. That could spell bad news for MasterCard or Visa, but I actually think this is a great buying opportunity for both companies. Then we have the always reliable Apple stock. They paid me $8.36. It's just amazing how many companies are nearing that $1 trillion market cap number, but Apple is almost at $3 trillion. Absolutely insane. World-class, #1 company in the world. After Apple, we have Costco. I just made a video about Costco stock, so be sure to check out why I love Costco, why I think it's going to continue to go up in the future. They pay me $2.37. After Costco, we have AbbVie paying me $15.60. AbbVie is just a cash cow of a dividend stock. Not only have they had great capital appreciation these past couple of years, but they've also been raising that dividend by double-digit raises every single year. Let's see if they can continue this good fortune for us in the future. So after AbbVie, we have Procter & Gamble, always super reliable. Procter & Gamble products are all over the shelves of wherever you go shopping at. $5.22 from Procter & Gamble. Then after that, we have Realty Income, not Reality. They pay me $5.82, and because this is a monthly paying REIT, that actually went into buying more shares of O. So $5.82 worth of O stock was purchased. So that means that next month, my dividend is gonna be even higher than $5.82. So after O, we have Starbucks paying me $7.84. And I can honestly say, after moving to a major urban city, that joke that they make about there's always a Starbucks on every corner, that is literally true. I've experienced that so much this past month. The next company that paid me dividends was NewSea. I own 100 shares of NewSea. This is another income ETF, and they paid me $18.77. So after NewSea comes another income ETF in QILD. I also own 100 shares of this, and they paid me $22.46. So a little over $40 between my two main income ETFs. I have been thinking about buying into another income ETF. So let me know in the comments below which one you think I should be adding to. Altogether, I had 14 different ETFs / companies pay me for a grand total of $122.14. That represents a 97% increase from last November when I made just $62 in dividends. And the year before that, I made just $19. And that just boggles my mind because I'm making more with just one ETF these days than I did with all my companies just 2 years ago. I think that just really shows how fast dividend growth investing can really help us build that wealth over time. Now, my trailing 3-month total, which is basically how much I make in dividends in a quarter, is now up to $452.25, which means my monthly dividend average is now $150.72. That's almost enough to pay a monthly HOA if you're lucky. Now, I'm still probably making more money going to the bathroom, working from home at work, but hey, maybe these dividends, maybe they can pay for a bathroom renovation one of these days. I just think it's amazing that we can get a growing stream of income by investing in great companies. You have to beg and make a case to get a pay raise at your 9-to-5 job. But dividend companies, they are often incentivized to raise their dividend every year for their shareholders because the biggest shareholders, they're often the people at the company themselves. So of course they want more money. I really hope you enjoyed these monthly update videos I make. They do take a lot of time for me to edit and produce, please just do me one small favor and hit that like button, and make sure you're subscribed, because as I mentioned, I make these videos every single month, and I'm going to continue to track my progress and my journey throughout the years. Now, my videos are always found in podcast form under the Collect Cash podcast name. Let me know if you have any questions, or if you want to share how much you made in dividends this past month in the comments below. I'd love to interact with you, and I will buy, stash, collect cash you later.